All right, guys, good morning. I hope you're having a blessed day of light and joy. Without fight, just flow so you can know that God is in control and not you. I am that I am. A lot of us have heard this term. I am that I am. And the other day I was doing a meditation, and once again, God just started revealing things to me. Where again, I explain, guys, when we sit and we try to think and contemplate, then we don't really get anywhere. We make things harder for ourselves. We, strain our brain. You know what I'm saying? And then when we move out of the way, that's when God will reveal everything we need to know to us, exactly what we need to do. I am that I am. The phrase that Moses heard from the burning bush, that he heard from the burning bush, right? I am that I am. Amazing, right? I remember the first time I heard that, it was about 10 or so years ago. And I stayed with a friend and I was doing this meditation. And at the time, I was open to psychedelics, that's what they call them, where you alter, it's mind altering substances. I haven't done those things in a while, but it takes you out of your mind essentially. And so I was there and I was meditating, and what happened was I went, like, my heart opened up and my consciousness went inside of my heart. And then all I heard was, I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. Just like echoing from here up. I am that I am. I am that I am. And I remember at the time, and I was like, what does that mean? I am that I am. What's that from? I've never heard of that. And I came out my room and I asked my friend, he was like, how's it going? I was like, man, it's like, I was just meditating and I just got this really strong love feeling. And then all I could hear is, I am that I am. And he was like, that's from the Bible, bro. And I was like, what? It's from the Bible? It was like 15 years ago or so like that, and so, and I remember that. And then, I got into the Bible and things. And then all of us are kind of like, yeah, I am that I am. But no one knows what that actually means, the science behind it, right? People think it's religion. Oh, God just saying, I am that I am. Okay. You're like, oh, God, he is what he is. He is what he is. Like no one really knows. Everyone just says, okay, they say that. All right. But what does it really mean? That's what I want to break down in this episode with you guys today. All right. So tune in, guys, because we're about to enlighten this up and bring light to this topic and make it a spirit reality. Okay. No longer over here where there's spiritual reality and there's science, right? No, they come together. They just need someone to see it. So let's bring it together, guys, for all of us to understand what I am that I am actually means. All right. So to do this, guys, I'm going to share a couple pictures with you and explain the science of our dimension, our reality of what God created, and so that you can understand what he means by I am that I am on the very molecular level. All right. Are you ready? Here we go. About to warp speed into this. I'm gonna share. Yeah. So let's begin. All right. So the basics of I am that I am, to start on the science level, is basically everything is energy, right? Whether it's mass or not, right? And so the thermodynamics law, or the law of energy, okay, is energy cannot be created nor destroyed, okay? So we're just starting from the basics, and we're going to work our way to I am that I am, okay? So we know that all the energy that is here has already been created by God, and you cannot take it away, all right? And you can't add to it, okay? Everything already is complete. Everything, everywhere, everyone, whether you realize it or not, okay? So from that basis, let's move forward. So if everything is energy, have you ever heard that The sensation of touch is arguably a grand illusion created as the brain's way of interpreting interactions between our electrons and electromagnetic field. What does that mean? What is all this garble, oh, in my brain, I'm super smart stuff? What is it saying? All it's saying is that we never touch anything. I know I sound crazy, right? We never touch anything. We've never touched anything or anyone, right? You're like, oh yeah, I got my girlfriend. I touched all over. I was in her. But in all reality, we've never touched anything. When they zoom in on the molecular level, on the atom level, yeah, when you zoom in on that molecular level, what you find out is that the particles repel each other. We never touch. In fact, it's more like this. If I were trying to touch you, it would do this, but you and I would feel it. You and I would feel it. You and I would feel it. Like two magnets opposing each other, facing each other, right? That push away from each other. That's our interactions with touching. Even a table, you touch a table, you're not touching that table, right? And so that's what it means by the sensation of touch is a grand illusion, right? And so that's, some people will be like, okay, well, how does that have to do with anything? How does that help us at all if now we're more distant, than we even thought before? Well, let's go further, because the reality is that because everything is energy, right? Nothing is outside of energy. Everything is energy. So it doesn't matter if we touch or not, because we are that thing. We are it, right? We are that very thing. We don't need to touch it because we are it. Okay. As it says, atoms never touch. So atoms never touch. They just get extremely close to each other, making them, well, that's a joke at the end. So atoms never touch. They just get extremely close to each other. Okay. So this is a scientific fact, right? Even scientists, they don't know why, right? Because they're so stuck in their brain, they can't just look at the whole picture, right? So the whole picture is that I don't need to touch you. I am you. I am that I am, right? The simplest way. Are we touching? No, we don't need to, because I am you and you are me. Even a rock, right? A rock has awareness. They measure this, right? Everything is conscious. Everything has awareness. And for you brain heads, you brainy ones who follow the Nazis, NASA, right, who are a bunch of Nazis and German Nazis who were imported to America to create nuclear bombs and then get funding by lying about what they're really doing. Yeah, so all these Nazis agreed to this. All these, these people who have taken high technology and tried to sell a narrative of a lie of evolution and gravity and all these other retarded stuff. They have an agenda. But when you look at actual science without the religion part, you find the truth, right? So if everything is energy, nothing is mass, everything is the same thing, we're all the same energy, then none of us are truly different or separated from each other. We are all one once we remove the ego, right? What we think we are, okay? And so when God says, I am that I am, what he's meaning is, I am that I am. 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 I am this I am. Right? And so he's in everything, just different forms. Okay. And that's what God was saying. He said, I am that I am. I am God. I am ubiquitous. I'm omnipresent. I am in all things. Right. And so if you know that God is in all things, guys, I'm not sure what screen you're seeing, but let me see. Try this one. Okay. Oh, yeah, man. Everything is conscious, guys. Everything is conscious. Everything is living. Everything is God. And when you know that everything is God, you're going to treat things differently. Okay. You're not going to listen to the deceiver once you know and you become aware. Like a lot of people, they say, oh, you shouldn't eat meat because animals have eyeballs and they remind us of humans and they feel and stuff like us. Well, you should go beyond that for you vegetarians and vegans, and go beyond that and realize that plants are just as conscious as a cow, as a dog, or as anything else. And actually, they did an experiment and a measurement on this, and it's called The Secret Life of Plants. And they did this in the 70s, right? And so a lot of people who don't know the love of God judge other people who are different than them, who are understand maybe more. And so vegans are generally angry, hateful at people who aren't vegans, and their excuse is that they have the moral high ground. Oh, we don't eat animals. Y'all are evil. When the reality is you're eating and murdering plants. So you're just as evil. So it's like, get out of the judgment, get out of the ego, stop thinking you're better than everyone, and realize you're the same as everybody else, right? That's when we can truly be in God's I am that I am, and realize that God is within and he can do his will, and we can love others who are different, who may be wrong or in a fallen nature, but you'll see where they are, and then it's not actually them. They're actually being possessed and used by the delusion and the thoughts of their mind. So they ain't living in reality. They don't understand reality. Like people who believe in evolution, who believe in gravity, who don't understand electromagnetism is the basis of, and the fabric of our creation, our reality, that everything is a vibration. Everything is literally a vibe. Everything is sound. Everything is energy, a vibration. God spoke it into being, right? And so this is the reality of our existence. There is no gravity there, or there's no round global spinning earth. Wrong. Everything is stationary, right? As God says, as science proves that we are on a stationary earth. This is going beyond what I was really thinking it would go to, guys. But one thing I want to add to this that Von Benjamin, was reasoning about a long time ago. The first reason I was invited to, there was like 4 people out of like 1,000 that were invited, and I was one of them. And we went to the feast, and he was just going off, blowing our minds and soul just over and over and over again, nonstop for like 4 hours. And one of the things he said is that when you look at, atomic model, what you'll find out is the negative can never get in, right? The negative can never get in. The negative, the electron is constantly, rotating on the outside, and it can never get in the gates of Zion, which are here in the center, the positive. But the electron is attracted to the positive, but it repels also against the negative. So negative people don't like being around themselves, right? They don't like being around other negative people. They want to vampire off of the positive people, or they want to learn how to become positive, how to experience from within, right? Because there's no physical way for that electron to break through Zion or the kingdom. You can't. You literally have to come from within, all right? And then outwards, and you will repel all the negative or electrons, right? And so it's on the micro and the macro. All right, guys. So I am that I am is the fabric of our creation. It is science. It is true spirituality, spirit reality. Okay. So that's what God means. And when we truly understand this, we won't hate someone. We won't be angry with someone. We won't try to destroy someone. We will speak the truth without resentment, anger, or being weak and being afraid of the truth. But we will speak it upright because we see the delusion that they're in their mind, and that they need awareness. They need to see, they need some light, right? So we speak it, and that's all we're responsible for. We're not responsible for the result, for them receiving it or not. It's just speak it up, and that's it. And this is how we can understand I am that I am in the very place of advancement we are today, okay? Oneness. What Rastas say, I and I. This is what the Rastas say. We say I and I, my brethren, I and I, right? The I and I, right? The energy, right? The inner God in me and the inner God in you. That's what we want to speak to, not the ego. We want to bring out God's kingdom in this earth, right? Not the ego, not the deceiver's earth that it is now, okay? And so this is that science, right? It's not a religion, right? It's not just something you fear and you believe. It is on a factual basis, right down to the molecule and the atom. Okay. So I hope you guys are able to understand this, man. I guess it is a little bit elaborate. But I mean, it's really simple. I had another one. want to show you guys. I don't know where it's at. Maybe it got closed. Dr. Immorto. Yep, it got closed. Okay, guys. So anyway, that's what I am that I am is, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel and you learned something, leave a comment below, subscribe, hit the bell, and get out of your head so you can get into your new heart of flesh. And you can reach your destiny, man, because that's why we're here. That's where the peace is. Nothing outside of you will give you peace. You have to realize I am that I am, that he's within you in all things, okay? So blessed, stand firm, men, in these times, and let's bring the kingdom.